I have a client who was self-employed for a few years, but then recently got a full-time position, W-2 position. They know that because they were self-employed and the way they reported their taxes, they probably need to wait for a couple years to make sure that the taxes are now reflect their full-time W-2 employment before they buy. Is that true, or are there any option for them to buy prior to waiting 2 years?
You don't have to always have a 2-year history of certain employment levels. For example, your buyer there, they might have been self-employed and they just got this job. Now, if this job is to where it's a salaried position and they've signed an offer letter, so they've signed with their employer an offer letter stating, hey, you're going to get X amount in salary per year, and there's a contract that's signed by both parties. One, you don't need a history of that job. You can be 1 day in, and we can use that income to qualify. Not only that, they don't even have to start the job to close on the home. The start date from the employment contract can be 90 days out from closing. So if let's say you sign your contract, you close on a home January 1st, but you're not starting until April 1st. We don't need pay stubs. You don't need to start. We can use the income on the employment contract, and that's what we use to qualify for the loan, and that's okay. And you'll also see this a lot, especially with students that are just graduating. They're starting a job with, whichever company they've received an employment contract. Same thing. We can get them in a home day one. So you don't have to always have this lengthy history behind you.